Hey everyone, it's Lisa from the blog farmhouseonboone.com, and today I want to show you how to make a no-wait sourdough starter recipe, and that is garlic herb sourdough flatbread. So this video today is in collaboration with some blogger friends of mine. So we are all going to be sharing a great appetizer recipe for the winter Christmas season. So there's a playlist for that. You can check it out in the description below and visit my other blogger friends and see what kind of recipe they have. Let's get started. Now, one thing when I got started with sourdough starter, I was really wanting to know was what are some of the easiest recipes that you can make? Something that doesn't really require a ton of kneading and waiting. I love sourdough bread. I showed you guys how to make it on this channel, but it definitely requires you to think ahead a couple of days on when you want the bread. Now, some recipes like sourdough pancakes, sourdough pizza crust, and the sourdough skillet dinner, they're no wait, and you can just basically take your sourdough starter out of the fridge or off the counter, wherever it currently is, and make the recipe. So this is actually similar to that. This is a recipe I've been kind of playing around with and experimenting with lately. So I'm gonna start this by adding 2 cups of starter to a large bowl. Now this is fed sourdough starter, which if you're brand new, you might not know what that means, but basically I added flour and water to this starter, and then I let it sit on the counter for a day or 2. Now it's a little bit longer now because it's winter and things are a little bit colder in the home. So in the summer, leaving something out for just a few hours will make it fed starter. It's more of one of those things you get used to doing. It's not a super exact, precise thing. So I fed this one a couple of days ago and it's been sitting on my counter ever since, but still smells good. It's really bubbly, so it's perfect. All right, now I'm going to add a teaspoon of garlic powder, a half of a teaspoon of salt, and then a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Now I'm gonna put fresh herbs on top later, but for now I'm gonna put some dried herbs in. I'm gonna give that a bit of a stir. And I have a large pizza stone preheating in the oven. It's been on 400 degrees and the oven's now preheated, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull that out and show you what to do next. Okay, this is nice and hot. I'm going to pour this on in sort of a long flatbread type of a shape and repeat. I can fit about 3 on here. You could also use a cast iron skillet. It needs to be something that you can preheat. Now the shape does not have to be perfect. This will be delicious either way. Okay, now I'm just going to drizzle this with some olive oil and top it with some fresh garlic. Right now, I'm just gonna pop this back into the 400-degree oven for about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, you can see they're all done here. They're cooked through, and that's the goal. Now I'm just gonna top them with a touch more olive oil and then some fresh herbs. I've selected rosemary and sage. I think those will be beautiful and delicious. Smells like an Italian restaurant right now. My son actually came down and asked if I was making pizza. It smells a lot like pizza. Now be generous with that olive oil because it makes it taste so much better. It's kind of like when you go to an Italian restaurant and they give you a little bowl of olive oil to dip your bread in. I'm also gonna sprinkle this with a little extra salt. Let's try this delicious stuff. It is so good. It's kind of like a mix between a cracker and bread. So easy and so good. Now, if you cut these in strips and put them in a little basket, they are delicious to bring to a party as an appetizer. Also just great almost as a bread. If you want to use this to put cheese on, to serve to your kids as a quick little meal idea with just sourdough starter and a few other basic ingredients. It's so wonderful and easy to make. Now make sure to check out the playlist in the description below, and there you will find my other blogger slash YouTube friends appetizer recipes for the winter and Christmas season. Some wonderful ideas over there. I've already seen what they're making and very good. All right, well, if you are brand new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I make 2 new videos every week on food from scratch, natural living, and a handmade home. Thanks so much for stopping by the farmhouse.